You know, taking collagen supplements have been really big over the last couple of years. So let me ask you, have you started taking collagen? Now in like the Whole Foods, there's just shelves filled with all different types of collagen. And I gotta be honest with you, up till now, I kind of didn't grab on to the collagen bandwagon. Not that I thought there was anything wrong with it particularly, but I've been taking a lot of a product called Perfect Aminos, which are just all the essential amino acids in a really good kind of ratio, in the same ratio that they appear in our tissues, etc. And some of the experts that I follow have always said, why bother taking collagen if you're taking these amino acids? Because the amino acids will still build the collagen in the tissue. And that made perfect sense to me. And so I just really didn't kind of go along with the whole you should be taking collagen thing, if you will. And recently, I started working with a wonderful company, and one of their top products is a beautiful liquid collagen. And wow, the before and after pictures, especially of aging skin, and injury, um, rehab, etc. The testimonials on this really rocked my world. I was like, wow, maybe I need to take another look at this. So, as it happens, I was just browsing around on YouTube and I saw an interview with Mark Sisson, and Mark Sisson would be considered like the father of the paleo movement. And he's an extreme athlete. He's an incredible individual, really, really bright. And he's now 70 years old. And he is talking a lot about the importance of collagen. So I just decided to take a little clip of what Mark has to say about collagen, because I think you also might find it to be really interesting. So let's add Mark to the stage here.
Grams of collagen a day in your diet, whether it's from bone broth or chicken stock or eating skin. If you go back through the history of the history of sports recently and the history of U.S. development in the first part of the 20th century, everybody had a grandmother that made chicken stock or chicken soup, or you simmered a carcass, or you had bone broth, or you ate Jello. Which is gelatin, which is these collagen peptides, or your mother took Knox gelatin for her fingernails. So everybody had a means of getting some amount of collagen, and we didn't have the number of ACL tears, MCL tears, and all of these injuries that we see particularly in ballistic sports that we see now. Since the 80s, from the 80s until recently, there was no source of collagen in our diet. We only ate the choice cuts of meat. The whole bodybuilding community, and then the weight loss community, popularized boneless, skinless chicken breast and white rice, as the best meal you could eat 5 times a day. Keep it in a Tupperware, carry it around with you. So, and then Jello got a bad rap because it was, full of sugar or whatever. So kids stopped eating, moms stopped making Jello desserts. Knox gelatin fell by the wayside. So we had this 2-decade span where there was no collagen in our diets. And it wasn't until about 10 years ago, vital proteins came on the scene. Bone broth started becoming a big thing. We started talking about it in the paleo community, about making bone broth. People didn't understand it was really mostly about the collagenous parts of the bone broth and using those parts of the animal that we would not otherwise access. So now in the last 10 years, we're seeing more people supplementing with collagen or consuming bone broth in the form of, kettle and fire or making their own. And I think the time is right to reintroduce Jello as a dessert because I think kids need some form of collagen. I feel like collagen.
So there you have it. Right from Mark Sisson's little lips. So I'm like, wow, okay, I'm going to start this. And this is their beautiful collagen product. It's called Glow. The company is called Trinot, and it is a type 1 pharmaceutical grade, beautiful collagen peptides. And it also has some extra antioxidants in it. It's got hyaluronic acid, which can really help with just moisturizing the skin. It's got L-citrulline. It is a beautiful formula. No wonder people are getting great results. So, of course, here I am with my 65-year-old skin. So I have started it. I did take my before picture, and I can't wait to show maybe my 2 or 3 week picture afterwards. But one thing that I have already noticed is I do a lot of hiking, and I was actually had a foot, little bit of a foot injury, not injury, but inflammation, some inflammation in my Achilles, and I've already noticed a huge difference. So stay tuned and make sure that you also get in your collagen, as we're now going to consider it to be our fourth macronutrient. So take good care and stay fit and fabulous.